the insurance industry emerged resilient amid the uncertainties of the past year. Total industry assets breached the 2 trillion mark in the fourth quarter of 2021, up to 59.13% from the 1.31 trillion pesos in 2016. Of this, the life insurance industry had the highest share, accounting for 78.85% on average, where most of the assets came from the segregated fund assets. Further, the total assets grew by 9.90% every year on average. The total net worth of the insurance industry was reported at 396.39 billion pesos in the fourth quarter of 2021, 46.17% higher than that in 2016 of 271.18 billion pesos. Total paid-up capital and guarantee fund reached 74.30 billion pesos as compared to 45.94 billion pesos in the same reporting period in 2016. The paid-up capital and guarantee fund ensures protection for their policyholders should there be insolvency or inability to meet its financial obligations. The total premiums also reported 61.58% growth, from 231.88 billion pesos to 374.67 billion pesos in the fourth quarter of 2021. The total premium income generated by the life insurance industry comprised 79.25% of the insurance industry on average in the past 6 years. The premium income of the life insurance industry posted an increase of 69.72% from the same reporting period in 2016, while the net premiums written, or NPW, generated by the non-life industry increased by 21.43%. On average, the total premiums increased by 10.29% in the past 6 years. Despite the continuous surge of cases of COVID-19 in the country, the insurance industry managed to double its total net income in the fourth quarter of 2021 to 48.29 billion, or 99.63% increase from the fourth quarter of 2016 of 24.19 billion pesos, which grew 16.47% on average from 2016 to 2021. Notwithstanding the adverse economic effects of the pandemic last year, 2021 proved to be a year of growth for the industry that also saw an increased awareness among Filipinos of the benefits of insurance. The insurance industry's contribution to the economy surpassed record figures in 2021 at 1.93% from 1.60% in the fourth quarter of 2016. In terms of insurance density, the average spending of each individual on insurance premiums increased from 2,246.90 pesos in the fourth quarter of 2016 to 3,399.89 pesos in the fourth quarter of 2021. COVID-related insurance claims payouts has reached 16.713 billion pesos since the start of the pandemic and up until year-end of 2021. Of this amount, 12.819 billion pesos was paid in 2021 and 3.8940 billion pesos for the year 2020. As for the contribution of each industry against COVID-19, the life industry leads with 9.053 billion pesos, or 54% of the total claims paid, followed by HMO with 6.445 billion pesos, or 39%, MBA with 833 million pesos, or 5%, and non-life with 382 million pesos, or 2% respectively. The Commission remains steadfast in its efforts to foster the industry's growth through the issuance of regulatory measures, creating opportunities to adapt and incorporate international developments, in addition to insurance technology and supervision technology. With the ratification of a Bill of Rights of policyholders, the Commission actively promoted the protection of the interest and welfare of the insuring public. The Guidelines of Unsafe Business Practices was also issued in 2017 to govern unsafe business acts or practices of insurance companies, reinsurance companies, mutual benefit associations, intermediaries, and adjustment companies arising from their contractual relationships with the insuring public, to protect the interest and welfare of the insuring public. That same year, the Rules of Procedure for Adjudication of Cases against Health Maintenance Organizations, or HMOs, was issued to provide the rules of procedure for the inexpensive resolution of claims cases against HMOs. With the issuance of Executive Order No. 192, Series of 2015, transferring the regulation of HMOs, The Commission prescribed the minimum requirements for HMO products, which include, among others, limitations on product features and standard contract provisions. Circular Letter Number 2017-33, dated May 29, 2017, formalized the premium rates and benefits for passenger personal accident insurance, or PPAI, for public utility vehicles, in a bid to increase the benefits under the PPAI coverage for the benefit of the public. Such additional guidelines ensure the protection of the insuring public, as well as the faithful compliance of insurance companies to the existing rules and regulations promulgated by the Commission. To lessen the burden on the part of the insured in securing police reports for purposes of processing motor car insurance claims, the Commission issued the guidelines on the use of traffic accident investigation report to expedite processing of claims. To ensure that consumers are adequately informed of the exclusion of pre-existing conditions in the coverage of health insurance contracts, the Commission issued Circular Letter Number 2018-65 on the application of pre-existing conditions as an exclusion in health insurance contracts, as well as to provide for free look, look-back, and waiting periods. In a move to support nation building, the Commission issued guidelines allowing insurance firms to invest in the government's infrastructure projects under the Philippine Development Plan, or PDP. The circular provided a new investment channel for insurers that would allow them to improve returns and assist in the country's economic growth. In accordance with the Ease of Doing Business Law, or RA 11032, the Commission has revised the guidelines on the approval of life insurance products to hasten the approval process of life insurance products, certificates or contracts of insurance, supplementary contracts riders, and amendments. In view of the imposition of the Enhanced Community Quarantine, or ECQ, and the pertinent issuances from the IATF on emerging infectious diseases, the Commission declared HMO and health insurance companies as health frontline services, or Circular Letter Number 2020-33, dated April 7, 2020, to ensure the unhampered delivery of critical services to the public when they needed it the most. Recognizing the immense benefit that can be derived from developing insurance technology or insurtech innovations through experimentation, testing, and learning without compromising the protection of the interests of the insuring public, the Insurance Commission issued Circular Letter Number 2020-73, dated June 14, 2020. The said circular letter provides for the guidelines on the adoption of a regulatory sandbox framework for insurtech innovations and aims to encourage innovations in the insurance industry. The Commission has continued its shift to online submission of reports from regulated entities through the various portals created for financial statements, reports regarding anti-money laundering, and other documentary requirements for financial and technical examination. The Commission has also released guidelines for e-commerce for HMO and pre-need products, expanding the avenues for regulated entities and consumers. Guidelines on foreign currency-denominated investments were also issued to recognize other investment products in the market not covered by current guidelines, and to adapt with trends and development of the global financial market. The Standard Chart of Accounts, or SCA, for mutual benefit associations was also implemented to ensure consistent application of accounting principles and standards, while the regulatory framework and methods of examination and/or verification for insurance and/or reinsurance brokers seeks to enhance the assessment of brokers based on their fiduciary capacity. The rules on procedure in filing of administrative cases and on the investigation of non-licensed entities engaging in insurance, pre-need, or HMO business ensures just, speedy, and inexpensive disposition of cases and proceedings. Cognizant of the challenges faced by the industry, the Commission extended various regulatory reliefs, such as the extension of deadlines for filing and submission of repertorial requirements, and the reduction of penalties, or Circular Letter Number 2021-70, for non-submission of these documents, contributing to the industry's better numbers. Despite hurdles brought about by the pandemic, the Commission continued to uphold excellence in providing its services. In addition to being awarded the Prime HRM Bronze Award Level 2 accreditation for having met the Level 2 maturity indicators in all of the 4 core HRM systems of the Civil Service Commission and the Most Outstanding Accounting Office and Hall of Fame, as a testament to its unwavering dedication to public service, The Commission has also received the coveted ISO 9001-2015 certification last December 2021. The certification serves as a seal of quality in the provision of IC services in accordance with the internationally recognized standard. Following the pandemic experience, the Commission shall pursue digitalization not merely as a response to the pandemic, but as a strategic path towards addressing ever-changing financial, technological, and even climate-related risks. Cognizant of the critical role of the Commission to safeguard the insuring public and pre-need and HMO customers, the Commission, in coordination with the University of the Philippines Diliman, or UPD, designed and developed the Proof of Concept, or POC, of the IC Financial Examination and Database System, or IC-FEDS. The project aims to develop an efficiently working, highly secured web and mobile database. In a landmark agreement, the Commission, with the Land Transportation Office, or LTO, shall establish a centralized system that will enable real-time responses to queries concerning the verification of confirmations of cover, or COCs, of registered motor vehicles. To adapt to the changing landscape, the Commission has implemented the Online Agents Computerized Examination, or ACE, developed the IC Electronic Payment System, and the Government Best Practices Recognition, or GPBR, for COVID-19 response-nominated Insurance Commission Appointment Reservation, or iCare system, among others, to ensure that its services are not hampered. The Commission also carried out electronic filing of complaints and video conferencing for the conduct of hearings, pleadings, and/or motions, as well as mediation and conciliation conferences. To facilitate faster and easier handling of various complaints, the Electronic Complaint System with Virtual IC Assistant, or eReklamo system, was developed and is now being pilot tested before full implementation. While cybersecurity risks pose an ever-growing threat, the Commission, along with the GSIS, SSS, PDIC, and BTR, has agreed to formulate a cluster to institutionalize a cybersecurity program to enhance their respective systems from potential vulnerabilities along with other security threats, risks, and data breaches in the digital landscape. In addition to adopting best practices, the Commission shall lay down the groundwork for an insurance environment that encourages financially resilient entities and that is conducive to competitive and sustainable insurance products that are suitable to the ever-changing needs of the insuring public.
Despite the difficulties that we encountered, we have made this year a fruitful and productive one.
We are your Insurance Commission. We ignite and we conquer.